Hello, everybody. How are you? I'm so glad to talk to you all, and especially thank you. Really, I would like to thank everybody about all of the messages I got, all of the podcast reaction, and that I got, the love, the inspiration. Thank you. It was beautiful. I loved it. It was also life changing for me to get so much appreciation and such good vibes from my story, because this story, it's not an easy story to tell. There is a lot of vulnerability in it, and also I have this language barrier that I'm dealing with, and for me to tell it, it's always exciting and overwhelming, and most of you notice it, felt the energy that I get when I'm starting to tell this story. And I love that you gave so much love and appreciation and admiration to the story, and I just so grateful to have all of those love and hugs. So thank you very much. Really, I thank you all. And I wanted to talk with you about Alchemist, your life story. I got messages from my email, from my from the podcast, and I got also messages from my Instagram channel, and a lot of you ask about the alchemist of your life story. And actually, as you see, I took a very tragic and sad story. I hold it in my heart for 9 years. I couldn't tell the story because it was so painful for me to just touch it, just bring it on. And so I didn't want to talk about it. And in my healing process, also I'm a healer myself. I went to China for a Chinese medicine study. And when I came back home, I needed to do all this therapy because I was really post-traumatic. And while I was doing my healing process, and also I became a mom really fast, because this is what I wanted, if you remember my story. I really needed to find a healing method and a healing process to overcome this traumatic and painful experience. And I think I succeed, because if my sad story, actually think about it, it's quite a tragic story. If it's became such an inspiration to you, it's because I alchemist it. There is no other way that I could tell it so inspiring without me inspire myself with a story. Without me holding the story as a gold in my heart, and not as a metal knife, that cuts me in and make me pain. I alchemist the metal to gold. And I would like to tell you in 3 steps how I did it. I will take you through the steps, and I will bring on a movie in each part. Between parts, we are going to do also a meditation to bring compassion. So we're going to have meditation with the compassion energy. We're going to get through the compassion gate, a beautiful gate of compassion. I'm going to bring you also knowledge from the Kabbalah and from other Theta healing and other Chinese medicine, other philosophies, other way of treating. I collect so many because I was in such a bad shape with my post-traumatic. So I've been all over the place and I did almost everything just to get cured. And I want to take you through my experience, because it is like a gold. I did so many things, and now I collected in all of it into one one beautiful way, and we can exchange information. And also, I have this course that is in Hebrew, but I would love to also someone of you that needed more help, and you can connect me, and I'm doing therapy meeting sessions through the Zoom, not for free. And also I will try to change my alchemist, your conscience, to English. So course I have it in Hebrew. So whom that will want to take more deep layers, and to also get this more one-on-one in a small intimate group that we share, and we dive together. So you are more than welcome. I also always have this channel open from God. I get the voice all the time channeling from me and give me these beautiful messages for people. So let's see how we continue. If you want, just message me, and we will start doing it in English version with me online. Okay, so let's start with the first step with the alchemist, your story. So we take a very painful story. We have, all of us human beings have our own painful stories, our own not nice times in life that it's in our memory, a very painful and maybe traumatic also memory, a bad experience, and how we alchemist our own story to ourselves. And when we do it, it's gold. When we do it, it's gold to our heart, but gold shines out, gold shine out. So when you do it in yourself, in Kabbalah we say inner word shine out to outside world. We start at the beginning with ourselves, because everything coming through ourselves, the information, the light, the energy, the emotions, and also the thoughts. We are a beautiful vessel of all of it, and so much deep and layers we have as a human being. We are so beautiful. We are divine. We made out of God being creation, So we are a creation, a divine creation from God. So we need also to react ourselves as one, and not to think that, oh, let's leave it. It's okay. I will look at myself later. How I feel? Do I have pain? Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm lonely. I will talk with myself later. We are sometimes less in the list of people to take care of, and it's not good. We should change it. We should be first, because when we are full with love, we have abundance to give. And people ask me, okay, if I give myself first, isn't it like a bit egoistic? So, egoism, it's not because you see yourself first, it's because you don't see yourself. Because if you would see yourself and you would love yourself, you will want to give back. You will want to give out. You will want to give unconditionally, because we are human beings, are created with the will and with the want of giving. It's stronger than us. We want to give love. We want to reconnect. We want to help. If we are kind to ourselves, we want to be also kind outside. So person that is egoistic and he doesn't care about other people, it means that he is disconnected to himself and to his beautiful unconditional love of God. So we need to take care of ourselves to be able to give more to others, because if my my fuel, my energy is low, how can I give? How can I give my smile? How can I give my hug? How can I give my kindness if I feel so low energy? I can't. And then people are starting to become very holding up the Scrooge, you know. They don't want to give. They need to hold the energy because they feel like they don't have enough energy. It doesn't mean we don't talk about money. We talk about life energy. We talk about God energy coming through you, the love energy of the creation. And this is, first of all, we need to become aware of our thoughts, of our emotions, and to become aware of our conversation with ourselves, because we do speak with ourselves. We have some kind of voices. Most of the people don't know how much how is the divine voice. How can I recognize my divine voice from the other voice I have in my head, in my heart, from my emotion? Sometimes the voices are very emotional. Sometimes the voices are very judgmental. This is not the divine voice. No, it's not. The divine voice is beautiful, never judgmental, never comparing to something, not comparing to others, no comparing. It doesn't have like time comparing, you know. Like, I give you an example because maybe my language barrier is a bit confusing. The voice of God never, or your divine or your divine connection with the upper worlds, you know, with heaven, with your guidance. We have also guides. And we also have angels that take care of us. So how would I know the voices are from heavenly type voices and not like ego voices or low voices? You can first of all, you need to listen to the talk. You need to listen to the way you speak to yourself. So if it's comparing, like I promise an example. If it's comparing to it's taking so long to do that. Last time you did it faster. This is like a comparing between time providing. This is not God's voice, because God is never talking with judgmental, never comparing. It's always kind. It's always full of life. It's always full of inspiration. It's never afraid. It's always full with knowing that everything will be all right. You will succeed. Like, even it doesn't seem logic that I will succeed. Like, the timetable is not matching with what I need to do. Like, I have this dream, but how can I do the dream? I don't have enough money to open up the dream or to do the next step. Or other example, he's with us and he will never say no, it's doesn't a good idea. No, he will tell you, do it, follow your heart, be brave, break your limits, try more, don't be afraid, don't bring your judgmental, don't bring your doubts, just be brave, do it. I'm with you, I'm watching you, I'm helping you. Follow your heart, follow your dreams, and all will be okay. And usually things are like magically managed, you know, to be fixed. So what is our first step in the alchemist, your story? It's the question, okay? In the Kabbalah, we talk about vessels and energy. The Kabbalah talk about the vessels, that we are connected to this love force, unconditional love, and also the light force in the internal light, from the internal light of creation. This is God light. It's eternity, and it's never-lasting light, and it's creation light. And this light is also love, unconditional love, that create all of it. So the energy flows always. God energy flows always. You breathe it, as I said in the podcast, in the Jeff Mara podcast. It's always here. The only thing that prevents it from entering us, it's ourselves. We sometimes close our tubes, close our channels, and then we don't get the light. We don't get the love. And why do we close the channel? Why do we do it? We have bad memories. We have fears that we know when you it's like fear in the Chinese medicine. It's like cold. It's like coldness, like you freezing. You become close, and so this is fear. You become close. You close your channel, and when you're happy and you open up like a flower. When you are afraid, you are not receiving. You're closing your channel. You are not in receiving and not in you're not surrender to the love to come and fill you, because you have these thoughts, you have these emotions, you have these beliefs that are not good with you. So why do I talk about the question? The question is a vessel. Every question that we ask ourselves is like a vessel to our soul. When we ask the question, the soul is connecting between us and God, and the soul is coming up to God and bring the answers down to the vessel of humanity. This is like, so the vessel, our vessel is, as I said, thicker energy. There is the godly, divine energy that it's very gentle, very spiritual, and there is our body. And the energy comes down and get thicker as it rains, as it's coming, as it's flowing down to this dimension that is a very thick dimension. But also our thick dimension, it's also energy form that it's only vibrate in a different level, that it's make us this perspective as matter, but matter, it's also a kind of energy, but the only difference, it's vibrate, it's vibration. It's vibrate differently. So when we touch the energy, like I'm taking a book, when we touch it and we feel it's solid and it's matter, but when I touch it, my brain get this knowledge that I'm touching something that it's solid, but it's not really solid. It's energy, vibration in a different rhythm that it's make my hand perceive this energy form that it's only thicker or as we know it's matter, but there is matter, it's also energy, but in a different level of perception. So I'm sorry about my English barrier. I'm gonna work on it. So when we bring a question, we provide a vessel. And how we ask the question is extremely important, because this is how the universe will answer me. So if I putting a vessel that is round, the energy will come in a round form. If I put a small vessel and it's very narrow, the energy will go in a narrow way. So my question is like, how I ask the question, it's how I design the vessel. So if I ask a question with a why, a very victimized question, like, why God does it happen to me, or why God, why do I gain fat all the time? Why do I eat all the time? Why do I smoke all the time? This is a very low energy, very low esteem loop that we will never get answered in an inspiring way. The answer for why for a very victimized type of asking, why does it happen to me? Why I'm all the time eating? Why I'm getting fatter? It's a question that will never be answered in a divine perspective, because it can't be. There is so many answers to why I do it. I do it because I'm lazy. I'm doing it because I'm tired. I'm getting fat because I'm eating all the time. Why I'm eating all the time? And it's like a loop. It's a never-ending question loop that you will never rise up from this question. It will always narrow you down and always keep you down and frustrated, and it will make you eat again or take another cigarette or yelling again on your husband, on your children. Why I'm yelling at my children all the time? This is an open question. It's going to be like 1,000 reasons. The answer will not provide the bridge outside of this loop, outside of this mental situation. So we want to hear our conversation with our inside voices. How do we ask ourselves the question? How we talk to ourselves? Are we nice? Are we yelly? Are we judgmental, criticizing? Are we nice? Are we gentle with ourselves? So the first step is really to get to know ourselves and our way of speaking, and be aware and have like the perspective inside, to look inside. How do I talk to myself? To hear your inner thoughts, your inner voices. We've been taught all the time, go and see outside, give answer to the teacher, check how my boss is doing. We all the time getting the energy outside of ourselves. We're always checking what is going out outside. We are not used to bring the energy inside. And in the yoga and meditation world, we learn how to do it. So this is part of like a meditation kind of thinking. Like bringing an awareness to the dialogue that we are doing with our voices inside. So the first step that we are getting to, it's the question vessel. So we want to get rid of this step of victimizing why question, the very narrow vessel that will not give you a divine inspiration with God. It will not give you the voice of God and inspire answer. No. I will give you the inspire correct question, the correct vessel for your energy to be collected in this vessel, the God, heavenly energy, that light God, collect the vessel right in the next chapter, in the next podcast. And so what we are going to do now, I'm going to give you homework. You're going to sit down and take a page, a big page, and write 22 lines of sentences, and you will just write it intuition writing, You will just put on your page all of your shitty thoughts, vomit everything. Don't think about it, just put it on the page without thinking, without analyzing, just write. The head start will be why God, this story that I want to alchemize, this happened to me. Why? My question was, why did you made it? Like, I was so angry at God. You throw a roof on my head. You almost killed me. I was so angry at him. Why did you do it to me? Why did you close my mouth? Why did you shut down my voice? I'm not that bad person. This is the conversation I had a few years with my story. I was struggling there. I almost drowned in this question. It was so depressing. I had no good answer for this question. I was drowning with this question. It was very depressing. I was so mad. I was so pissed. Why did you do it to me? Why did you throw a roof on my head? You broke my mouth. You shut me down. I'm not a bad person. I never yell. I did speak like, like gossip, but I told God, this is only small gossip. I'm not like a criminal, Why did it happen to me? And the moment I exchange, I alchemist, I transform the question, I rise up and I start my healing process. So for us to get rid of this emotional, we must let it first come out and bring it in and bring it to light. Bring all of your frustration, all of your anger, all of your shitty stuff, vomit everything on the page, 22 sentences that you ask, why did you do it? Why God did you do it to me? Why I didn't, it wasn't okay. I wasn't a bad person. Just get everything out of your system. It's not okay that you did it. I don't want this kind of story in my life. I didn't want this to happen to me. I didn't choose it, although we did choose it, yes? As a soul, we did choose what happened to us here. And just write everything that comes up with the story you want to alchemize. Get the shit out of it, of your system, and we will get rid of it, and we will make a new vessel to collect the right and beautiful and growing energy that we want, because we want to grow. We want to to rise up. So this is the homework. Do it. Get rid of all this shitty energy from your system, and let's see it. Let's give it a room. Let's give it a place in space and time. Let's put it on page. Let's read it. Let's say okay, and we will do Ho'oponopono on it. Ho'oponopono, it's thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. So after you do the page, next episode, you will take the page and you will say to yourself, with your heart, hand on your heart, and you will say, I'm sorry for yourself. I'm sorry for me. Please forgive me, Maayan. I love you and thank you. And then take a light and burn the page. Let's burn the page. And next chapter, we'll have the next part of The Alchemist, your life story. And I will give you the correct vessel to collect the light energy that will make you thrive. Bye for now.